Caught by the Tides, Chinese film in competition for the Palme d'Or of Chinese director Jia Zhang-Ké, who is with his alter ego, if you like, Zhao Tao, a great Chinese actress who has worked with Jia Zhang-Ké for more than 13 films. So Caught by the Tides is a very peculiar film which uses archive films, uses dailies and rushes from his previous films. So this looks at Jia Zhang-Ké's cinema, and it talks about the present-day situation in his country and the world. Jia Zhang-Ké is an archaeologist of a changing China, and it's true that this is what runs through his work, observing the violence of the changes in China in particular. Jia Zhang-Ké talks about alienated youth, the history of China and globalization. And I'd like to advise a film, if you haven't seen it, which is Mountains May Depart, which was in the competition here in Cannes, which talked about the West being a sort of a grail for China. And it's a frescoed in 3 parts. A marvelous film. It's romantic, Romanesque, and then it finishes China in 2025, where Jia Zhang-Ké talks about this mother and her son. And there was already Zhao Tao that was here. She's also Zhao Zhang-Ké's wife. And so this film is a bit mysterious, and she's like a ghost in this film a bit. She doesn't say much. It's a bit like a silent film because there's very few dialogues, and then there are texts on screen, but it's a very musical film with Chinese pop music. The film was well received by the press, particularly by Libération, who talks of a film which is a wonderful statement, but it's more simple and radical, telling the story of a failed love affair. So that's in Libération that talks about this film by Jia Zhang-Ké. Of course, he's a regular in Cannes. He has been here for Ash's Purest White in 2018, and he won the Best Screenplay in 2013 for A Touch of Sin. Touch of Sin, he told 4 ordinary people's stories who were driven to criminal activities. And he made the film The World, which is a great film. It wasn't in Cannes, but in this film he shows a theme park with 2 young people who get locked in, and they represented the great monuments of the planet, with the Eiffel Tower and Las Vegas and other iconic monuments around the planet. And nevertheless, they stayed in China, and everything was made in China. It wasn't always the right scale, it wasn't always well made, and so it gave this incredible sort of recursive feel, the world. So Zhao Tao, his alter ego, they've worked together for a long time. She wanted to become a dancer originally. She became a dance teacher. And Jia Zhang-Ké was looking for dancing students for his film platform, and he went into one of her classes, and at the end one of his assistants came to talk to Zhao Tao, to talk about film, and here is Zhao Tao. And 3 months later she was there on the shoot. And it's a wonderful collaboration between a woman and the filmmaker, because the principle of the film is archive images. And so you're going in his filmography, he only uses bits of films and dailies that haven't been used, things, outcuts, things like this, to make a new film. He shot part of the new film, and it's 30 years, 25 years of China that are portrayed here with Zhao Tao without anything digital. I mean, we see her aging, but in real life, because we've got this old footage, and the ways of filming have changed as well in the past 25 years. It's a very moving film, a very touching film, a very particular film, a very cinematographic film. Zhao Tao, who has worked in more than 13 films with her partner in life, Jia Zhang-Ké. But of course, it's her role in Mountains May Depart, of course. But she, of course, was in Ashes the Purest White as well, a very particular film from Jia Zhang-Ké. I think these films are available in France on Arte.tv. On their streaming platform. So we're still at the Photocall of Caught by the Tides. By Jia Zhang-Ké. And the person you can see there on screen is Zhu Yu. Jia Zhang-Ké has got a particular relationship with Chinese censorship because, as you know, in China there is a bureau, an office, and for his first films he didn't manage to get through the bureau, but he preferred to carry on filming without authorization, so with films that were never distributed, never screened in theaters, and which went to platforms. Some beautiful films, and then he started getting the authorization.
Ok, ça arrive en photocall.
好不习惯。